And we're live. Girl, I'm so sorry I was late. late. Late again. Late again. As always, I think today is the day of being late. Um, yeah. Uh sorry I was late, everyone. Well, there's no one in right now. But my gosh. Late as always. Um yeah, I don't know what to talk about now. I said readings, but there's like other topics that come up. I'm like, oh, I kind of want to talk about that. I also want to talk about this other stuff. So we're going to talk about a few things, you know. If you guys have any topics you would like me to touch on, anything to talk about, comment them down below and let me know. Because you know what, I'm terrible at keeping track of this stuff. Is this on? This it's on. It's on. Okay. So yeah, hello Tar Apple, hello. While Rachel Days is saying he's late. I know, I know. And then Jay Whippet, thumbnail is a painting of the myrrh-bearing woman at the resurrection. Had to click just to see that how that would tie in. Just aesthetics, really. Very rarely do I ever like, I'm gonna pick this old painting just because. But no. Era92 with the T. Hello, Jamie25701M. Um, so yeah, one of the things that most of it is from Nobody Here's live stream that she did like an hour ago, right? A little more. It was weird. It's like the live stream ended. This is why I was like, oh my god, a cat. And I said, I was like, well, I have an hour, or I had like more than an hour, and so I'm like, okay, gonna eat dinner. Oh, sorry about that. Gonna eat dinner, gonna but I'm like, I finished eating dinner. I'm like, I still have a bunch of time until I have to go live. So I was like, you know what we're gonna do? We are going to watch an episode of Legion. And so I watched the first episode of Legion. Let me tell you that that shit's crazy. But I can tell that they wasted all their budget on like one, like all their special effects budget on that kitchen scene, and that's it. Because I'm like, because he escapes, and then it's like I'm like, oh, wait a minute. But that's neither here nor there. If you guys would like a reading, please either donate to my PayPal or use Super Chat right here. It should be like someone in the chat box, bottom right, bottom left. I don't know where. So yeah, hello Stephanie Green. So yeah, but anyways, one of the topics that I wanted to touch on, it was two things. It was like because I asked them and I was like, okay, maybe uh, not consider taking certain things into account, you know, when asking this. But one of them, you know, one of the topics was, you know, and one of the things that is commonly thrown around in the tarot community, tarot collecting world, is that yes, is the term that tarot is viewed as a book. You know, it's viewed as, you know, a sort of book, but it's really not entirely the same. You know, and in that live stream, we came to the conclusion, you know, yes, tarot is better referred to as a mirror, but books are more like windows, and I'm like, absolutely, because you know, and it's like it's funny because they're both like, you know, they both have their similarities, but yet they function completely different. So there we go. There's that I want to touch on and reiterate, you know. So yeah. It's like, so yeah. Oh, look at that. And Stephanie Green, she's on it. Stephanie Green right here, asking for a reading. So yeah, I wanted to reiterate that, and I wanted to say, like, you know, because it's like I I was in it. I was like, books are like this, and this, and it's like essentially because you get a whole different experience with books than you do with tarot, you know. But what you read in books is what you project onto tarot. You know. Let me see here. Let's see here. Thank you, Stephanie, for the donation. Let's see. What is this question? How does Silas feel about me right now? Does he have regrets? Let's see. Let's see. How does Silas feel about Stephanie right now? Does he have regrets? We'll see. We shall see. Well, we'll see what the cards say. Oh, girl. Oh. Oh. Well, this is interesting. This is interesting here. So we have the 5 of discs. Okay. We have the 5 of swords. Huh? All right. And we have the 7 of swords. So in terms of regrets, no. like that's a very simple, surprisingly, that's a very yes/no question. But the quick answer is no, not really any regrets. It seems to him that he did what he had to do to get what he wanted or to get what he needed out of whatever situation that this is. I'm assuming there was an argument, some form of disagreement, a bit of a conflict here. Right, Stephanie? Because these aren't happy cards here, you know. And you say regrets, and I see at the bottom of the deck, at the bottom of the deck we have the 10 of discs. So this is very much like longevity, things that play out far off into the future. This is going to have really long lasting effects, I guess, either on you or on him. Either way, this really is going to set things in. It's going to be very formative for both of you. So yeah. You ended it. Ooh, girl. You know what? It's again. I'm like there's something here, that I want to say, like the 7 of swords. It's like that you ended it, and it's like see the 7 of swords. It's like it's about gaining things, but it's like but for what end? At what end? Like for what gain? Do you make these decisions? You know what I mean, right? But because the 7 of swords is also that card of like you're not getting the whole story here. It's best to take it as it is and be like, okay, like maybe not. You know what I mean? Am I making sense? Because that's the 7 of swords there. It's like deception. It's all that, it's perhaps miscommunication as well. But in terms of this, I think if this is any indication to the relationship here, these 3 cards here, I'd be like, you know what, it's good. It's good that you ended it and that you walked away. Yeah, he was being sneaky, so I walked away. There you go. Yeah, pretty much. Again, probably being left out of things, probably being left in the dark in certain things, right? I'm assuming, well, being secretive, being sneaky. Yeah. So there you go, Stephanie. So yeah, it's so in terms of it's very interesting because it's like, how does he feel about me now? Does he have regrets? Let's talk about that. Why do you I don't know if you want to, you know, why do you want to know if he has regrets, you know? Is that the right question to ask? I feel like that's, you know, like I feel like that's right, right? I feel like there's a different question there that I should be asking, but I'm not sure. I'm like, there's a question there. There's something here that I need to dig into deeper here to get to the crux of the matter. But you know what? You know, but that's just me, you know. Right? Right? Or I don't know. I don't know. You know? And thank you again for the donation, Stephanie Green. Oh, oh, oh. Where'd you go? There it is. Oh my gosh. How did you slide all the way down there? This is going to be a problem. Stay away from sneaky. There is no love and honesty. There is no love and deception and sneakiness and withholding information and withholding the truth. So yeah. Yeah, Jamie's saying sneaky will drain you. Yeah. I'm still in love with him, but I know I had to walk away, and that actually makes it more painful. But I think honestly, it's like, think of it like this: that you are leaving him, you know, and because you do love him. But I think you also need to remember that, you know what I mean, right? Because you do love him, you're gonna walk away, not because of you, but because he can't be hurting you that way. You know what? Is that right? Like weird, like reverse switch it around, switcheroo, reverse psychology type of thing there, right? If that makes sense, you know? And yes, I do have a Patreon also. If you guys want a daily one card or a monthly spread or a weekly spread or a mix of the both or something, I can't remember how I set it up, but yeah. Support me there and support my channel there. Let's see. What is this? How does Conal currently feel about me? We're in separation. Leah J. I'll get to your question right now. Let me answer this though by Tar Apple. In your Patreon Empress tier, it says access to live streams. Does that mean no more lives here on YouTube? No, there will definitely be live streams here on YouTube. I'm doing it here now. There definitely will still be, but there were going to be Patreon exclusive live streams in the future, because I'm thinking, again, I'm still like figuring things out as to how I want to present my tarot series and all that. And so I think what I'm going to do is have an incorporation of somehow Patreon exclusive live streams with the tarot series video or something. So yeah. Again, if anybody would like a reading, either only through PayPal or through Super Chat, you can donate however much you would like. It's up to you. So yeah, there you go. And then just make sure you clarify that you did donate, and I'll get to your question. So yeah, I hope that clarifies, Tar Apple. There will still be live streams on YouTube, I believe. So yeah. No, there'll still be tea spilling from on here. So yeah, let's see. Okay, so how does Conal currently feel about me? We're in separation. Hello, Pepper Jackie. Let's see. How does Conal? I believe Leah J. I hope I'm pronouncing that name right. Let's see. You're in separation. How does he currently feel about me? Connell. There we go. Thank you. I'm like, it's an Irish name. Oh, Connell. Oh, so he's Irish? Unless his family just really liked Irish names, you know, but he's not actually Irish. Let's see here. Oh, thank you, Tar Apple. Congratulations and congrats to Tar Apple. Congrats, yeah, congrats on becoming a patron. And thank you, and thank you to Rachel Days and to Tar Apple. I should have mentioned that as well as a thank you for supporting me on Patreon. So far now, I have officially that I know of 2 patrons. Yeah, thank you. So yeah, if you guys would like to be like Tar Apple and Rachel Days, you can support me on my Patreon, patreon.com/The Tiger's Abyss. I believe that's how that is. Yes, right there. Rachel Days, I'll put the link there. So yeah, for readings and also some behind the scenes stuff. Honestly, those 1-card draws are now essentially becoming like a little bit of a personal journal now. And I'm like, so yeah, but I'm looking to put in a $1 tier, but I'm not sure what to put in there. What to put for $1. I don't know, but but it is needed because it's like, you know what? It's like $1 tier, and like Patreon's like, don't put any more, and I'm like, well, I don't know what I'm gonna charge for $1, but anyways, yeah, he's Irish. A lot of Americans don't pronounce it right. It's because we look at it and we like to pronounce it as like we kind of see it. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird, but yeah. But no, what's weird is that you said it's Irish, and I said, oh, it's Connell. You know, it's like I was like, oh, that's how you pronounce it. So I know the Irish, but I see it, I'm like, Conal. You know, I wanted to think, I'm like, maybe a Spanish name I've never heard of. So yeah, hello, Shane in the universe. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Rachel Days. Yes. You'll get general week ahead, general month ahead, and daily 1-card draws at certain tiers. So yeah. Okay, Leah J, back to you and Connell. How does Connell currently feel about me? Wait a minute. wait a minute. Do you want a refund, Leah J? I'm just kidding. Let's get into it, girl. Let's see. Let's see, Leah J. I'm sorry. It's not me, it's the cards. Can somebody say ouch? Girl. But you know what? The Tower is a very, very powerful card. It is a card of not just destruction and upheaval and, you know, the loss of things, but it's about clearing away things. It's about making space for things, for new things to come in. You know, it's not only that, but it's also release of energy. It's the powerful union of like the truth and reality. I would have to say there's a weird thing about union with the Tower. There's passion and there's power here, and there's care. It's like, yeah, this is a card that reminds you like you give a shit, you know, pardon my French, but we have the 8 of Wands as well, fleeting, moving out, moving away, moving on, you know, fleeing away. Interesting how you said you blocked him, and it's interesting how the 8 of Wands is here. Usually it's a good card for like communication though, but it's like if right next to the Tower with the Wand, it's kind of like, okay, what are you saying to each other, and is this communication even needed, you know? So again, how does he currently feel about you? You also have the Queen of Swords. So, you know, you see, people like to kind of say like the Queen of Swords is like the bad bitch, you know, and that she's, you know, the, like, I want to say like any like misogynistic term for a lot of like, I guess like for a lot of men, I would say, but really it's like she tells the truth. It's like, okay, she's gonna voice her opinion. She's telling you what you want, what you need to hear, even though you don't want to hear it. And so I guess for him, to him, you just to him, it seems that what you tell him isn't what he wants to hear. Or rather, you guys are not having the right communications or conversations that you guys want to have, or correction that he wants to have. So yeah, and here at the bottom of the deck we have the Knight of Pentacles here. So there's a bit of stubbornness here. There's a bit of there's a bit of like now waiting to do what you want to do. That he's like, you know what? I'm just gonna ignore her. I'm gonna focus on my own thing. I'm gonna focus on myself and wait for someone else who's gonna take care of me, type of thing going on there, I feel. So yeah, there you go, Leah J. Whether so yeah, I don't know. I don't know what else to say. Exactly what Shane is saying here. You're a bad bitch. Don't let it get you down. So yeah. So there you go. There you go. You're welcome, Leah J. I'm going to check my phone because I'm like, I know I said my PayPal. I'm not sure if I left my PayPal link up. I think I did. I should have. Let me see here. Gotta make sure. You never know. But people usually will say I donated, and I'll be like, thank you. Let me see. Yeah, no, nothing. Wait, yeah, wait, no, nothing. Okay. Thank you, everyone who donated. Leah J. And who was the other one? Oh, right, Stephanie Green. Thank you. As Ringo Starr would say. Okay, yeah, no. So there you go. I don't know what else to talk about now. Should we talk about Dorian Gray? Kind of bouncing off of Nobody Here's chat. Well, I've never seen the movie. All I know is that he made a deal to get immortality, and he then he ties his soul to a portrait of himself. I believe that's what happens. And then like as he lives on through life, and as he continues to essentially stay the same and not really develop, he instead focuses on I believe the carnal material pleasures of this world, and so his painting slowly becomes more decrepit and old and rotted and hideous, So yeah, and I was thinking back on the term. It's like, it's like we all have that painting. It's like because we're both. It's like we're both the painting and Dorian as well. So yeah. I don't know. I didn't back it. I did not back the pink edging on the Hoi Polloi remake. Right? Because it's not the Moon Baby Tarot, right? No, it's the Hoi Polloi Moon Baby remake. Redo? It's not like a remake. It's not like he changed any cards. He's just, right? He just like updated it or whatever. I don't know. But yeah. He made a deal to get some. Yes, you sum it up. It's to its core, and I haven't read it. I haven't seen it. So yeah. I think I drew too large an arc in my chat about that painting. That's a struggle. It's like, what is it that you're talking about? No, I didn't back it, but I did share it. I'm like, I'm gonna spread the word. I'm gonna let people know. I'm gonna share the link. That's what if I don't want to back it, I'll at least use my platform to spread the word about it. Even if people like find it out about it, I'm like, I'm gonna add on to the voice, you know. Zanib Gohar, if you would like a reading, and if anybody would like a reading, you can either go donate to my PayPal or donate through Super Chat. Anything helps. So yeah. But yeah, you're onto something with like the shadow and how the painting is the shadow, because the painting is a representation of a soul. And slowly the soul then just became his shadow. Well, no, because he knew it was there. That's the thing. He knew it was there. I don't know anything about shadow work. I don't I don't know. I'm not a Jungian psychologist, you know, psychoanalyst. I don't know. But I do have a lot of his books like on hand. You see that little that where is it? That white book right there. That book is a book on Jung. It's like just a collection of his writings. Um so yeah. Oh my gosh. I'm like weirdly coughing, but it's not that. Annika, you gave it to me. I need to give it to someone else. Annika gave me her cough. um, but yeah, I think what it was to me, you kind of hit a point with it with the development part. He wanted to stay the same. He wanted to stay in that same state. He didn't want to grow old, you know? And so because there is no shame in growing old, and there shouldn't be, you know. Well, I'm gonna stick to how I originally said it, how I originally just let that out. He's, you know, it's growing old should not be a shame, you know. It's a natural process, you know. There's a good movie on the talk of Dorian Gray and like aging and all that. It reminded me of this movie that kind of like broke down our culture's weird aversion and fear of Alzheimer's and dementia, and that was a movie called Relic. I believe it's an Australian film. I believe I could be wrong on that, but it's called Relic, and essentially it's about how it's almost like a haunted house movie, and it's about a daughter, a mother, and a grandmother. Very much, you know, made a mother crone story there, and it's a really really good story. The Relic is a movie I do not want to spoil for y'all. All right. So let's so just keep that in mind. Yeah, I see it as an age metaphor. I also see it again, it ties in with age, because with age you develop. I kind of see it as well as a shame metaphor, because like you said, he locks it up in the attic, you know. But also it's like it's also a metaphor for like the things that we know that that disgust us, you know, but we do it, you know. It's the things that we are disgusted by. So yeah. I think that's I'm not sure. But yeah. And it's another story of be careful what you wish for. I want to say there's an occult book that or some book on, I think a Kabbalistic book, I could be completely wrong, that talks about Dorian Gray, but you know, it's so I think Dorian Gray is I mean, I was just able to talk about it without even watching the movie. I mean, Aaron 92 said you summed it up. I'm like, but I kind of do want to like read it myself. It's not that big of a book, huh? It's like a short book. I don't know. But yeah, yeah. Let's see. There was quite a few topics here, but yeah. Let me see. So yeah. So how did you get into tarot? That is a story for another time. I'm just kidding. No, it was like I always say. It started with playing cards and collecting playing cards, but I always feel like I was into that weird mystical occult shit. When I look back at my Christian days, when I was a little kid going through the Bible, I read like, you know, the typical children's stories myth, but I always went to the back of the Bible and I read the book of Revelations, because that shit was crazy. I was like, what? You know? That shit was crazy. Now I know that it's like a political like satire type of thing. You know, it was like a political commentary type thing. but you know, still like the depictions there and all that, very powerful and very like it drew me in. And so I feel like that is what pulled me into like the tarot and symbolism and weird shit like that. Because and let's be real, my first deck of divination was not tarot, it was the Mahjong oracle cards. I think that's what they were. Well, they're not oracle cards, they're Mahjong. They're like Mahjong, essentially like they're Mahjong tiles. I'd have to ask. I'd have to talk to Y. I think he might know on that. But you know, apparently, you know, because I'm assuming Mahjong was used in a form of divination, and so eventually the meanings were depicted in pictures that were drawn and made into a deck. I don't even know where I have it. If I have it here somewhere, it's probably in this box. I don't want to get it. I'm not gonna look for it. But yeah, but I mostly just got into it for collecting, you know, and then slowly after I started like taking it serious and started studying it. So yeah, there's more to it than that, but you know, that's the gist of it. And I got one deck from an antique store here where I live, and then I just had it there. I went online and looked up all the weird different decks that were out, and Marielle was one of the first ones along with Wildwood. Those were the two that I was like, those are the next ones I want to get next. And then I stopped and I didn't. And then I eventually started working, and then I got my first paycheck, and I'm like, you know what, this thing? I'm like, I want to spend my money on something. I earned it. And I thought, you know what? There's this thing that I thought was really interesting. Let me get that. And then I got into tarot collecting and watching tarot YouTube videos, and it's a whole story. There's more to it than that. That's the gist of it. I've said it plenty of times in the past. I'm sure. I need to go through my videos and clean house essentially on my channel. Do you think tarot is becoming the new psychotherapy? No. Well, I hope not. Because again, tarot is just the tool. Tarot can't become the thing itself. Because you know what I mean? It's like it'd be like saying like, is tarot becoming the new astrology? It's like, not really, you know. And it's sort of like saying, is astrology becoming? No, it's different. It's so no, but I hope that you know, psychotherapists and you know, psychiatrists, psychologists are able to use it ethically and moderately, and are able to study it in a much more analytical way. That's not right. In a much more efficient way, that's and a healthy way, properly mentally, psychologically healthy way for people, rather because you don't want to lead people who are in delicate states down to becoming like conspiracy theorists, like thinking that Atlantis is real and thinking that the world is flat and shit like that, because I feel that it's a very slippery slope. But I think hopefully now we're stepping that's why I like to try and like ground it as real as possible. So yeah, I think someone donated right now through super chat. I'm just going through chat here. Yeah, NC, I'll get to your question right now in a little bit. And Zanib Gohar, oh my god, I got a list of readings to do. Yeah, oh wow, okay, yeah. Okay, so let's go with Zanib Gohar. I believe that's how you pronounce that. And then we'll do NC. Okay, so yeah, let's see. Will Usman reconcile with me and his feelings? Zanib, I feel like you've been around with other and other reading channels, right? Have you asked this question before? Correct. Let me see. Is he here still? I hope so. Hello, Gaviota Cosmica. Ah, yes. Yes, do read this right here. If anyone that's interested in the conversation of tarot and psychotherapy. So yeah. Yes, yes. Yeah, I believe, who was it that gave me the heads up about this? I don't know, but other readers. Yeah, I believe, right? Was it? I can't remember who. I'm sure she'll message me and be like, that was me. But yeah, Let's see. Will Usman reconcile with me and his feelings? So you're already saying. It seems to me that you are kind of. So you believe that he's that he's what's that? What is that? Oh my god! Can you guys hear that? That's my dad. But yeah, let's see. Okay. It's interesting that you say reconcile with me and his feelings. So he's not reconciling with his feelings? Is that what you're saying? Are you saying that he's not reconciling with it? Anyways, let's see what the cards say. Let's see what the cards say. Thank you, by the way, for the donation. And hello, Gaviota Cosmica, if I said hello. Hello, Hopeful Soul 72. Who else is here that I did not say hello to? Hello, Hot Girl Vic. Oh my gosh! Again! We're having her show up today. We have the 8 of Coins. Again, reconcile. I think he's working up on something. That's what I see here. Possibly, I see that. But it seems that he's still feeling stuck. Zanib. So there's that holding back stuff, feeling entrapped, even though he's not really trapped, but he does feel like there is something that he needs to let go of and move on from. So yeah, we have the 8 of Coins. So it seems that he's working on this sensation of feeling stuck here. You know, it's barely just figuring the groundworks and figuring just the things that are, you know, the basics here of, like, you know, think of it like this. It's like, think of this person as like never experiencing rope ever in their lives. And so here it's like barely familiarizing themselves with a rope or a string. So wait, you got COVID, Gaviota Cosmica? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Oh no, I hope you guys are okay. Oh no, I'm so sorry. Lo siento, Gaviota, I should say. I'm trying to get into the habit of that. Oh no. Here, I'm sorry. I'm like in the middle of a reading here. We have the 7 of Swords as well. So it seems that there's a bit of hiding, you know, trying to sneak away. So it seems that I'm going to say this, you know, I think it would be, you know, I'm going to say this because it seems that you've, you know, done readings about this situation from many times before. It seems that right there may be showing up as here. And so he's trying to keep things quiet and on the down low and would prefer some privacy. So again, this is where third-party readings, you know, the problem with third-party readings comes up, where it's like the invasion of privacy on someone that's not here to get the reading. We have here at the bottom of the deck, the Page of Cups. So again, there is like that youthful, not really comfortable with their emotions aspect here. So yeah. There is no list, Hot Girl Vic. I just saw that because I was looking at the chat. So yeah, the arts as well here. So it seems that he's trying to learn to express himself. So I guess this is the key to getting out of here: emotional expression and learning to vocalize and show these feelings, you know. So yeah, so in terms of reconciliation, I mean, these two cards just don't say, are not, no, just no. I think he's working on himself. So yeah, there you go, Zaneven. Thank you again for the donation. Okay, who was it? NC here. Let's see. Can I trust the Sagittarius that came back into my life? Let's see. Can I trust the Sagittarius that came back into my life? What are his intentions? It's interesting that a Sagittarius came back into it. Came back. You know, I feel like Sagittarians their goal is to essentially keep moving on to the next thing. I feel, you know, planning forward, moving forward, long term, looking out for things. I have to see what their Venus or I guess moon as well. That would be helpful. But Neither here nor there. Let's just do the reading here, I'm not an astrologer, so yeah, I'm like, I keep meaning to start the next to start learning the next planet, Mars, but I'm not there yet. I'm like, I keep meaning to, but I'm like, I will hopefully maybe tomorrow. We'll see. Let's see here. NC. Can NC trust the Sagittarius that came back into his life? What are his intentions? Let's see here. I'm loving this deck. It's really coming through. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Trust though. Yeah, okay. I'm like, watch the Seven of Swords show up again. No, not this time. We have the Two of Wands. This is very funny because I'm always planning, looking forward, looking ahead. That's the Two of Wands right there. Funny. I wouldn't argue if someone were to say Sagittarius is associated to the Two of Wands. I'm like, I can see it. This is totally a Sagittarius energy, but it's more Aries, leading the charge, leading forth, We'll see. Let me see and see. Yeah, they usually run for their life. Let's see. This is what deck is this? Girl, this is the, oh my gosh, and it's all under all these decks. This one, Fyodor Pavlov. We have the Ten of Cups as well. Look at that. Look at that. I love it. We love to see it. We love to see it. I think it seems that he wants to start a more serious relationship, a very happy relationship. But the Ten of Cups, I always come back to this, is that there is a hidden insidiousness to the Ten of Cups, to where it talks about hidden insidious. Well, insidious does imply a hidden thing, but anyways, it's about essentially feeling pleased, but for the moment, and it's learning to look for the more temporary fulfillment versus the long-term fulfillment. So you got to learn to look for that long-term fulfillment. So it seems that you got to be aware of that temporary, momentary happiness. That's what I see there. And we have the Emperor, though. So this is where I think that is definitely gonna expand that long-term, fulfillment, as I said. So reliable, strong, supportive, that type of thing, order and structure. You got to be careful though with with his plans getting in the way of your plans. So you really got to be clear, like, this is what I want from this relationship. Okay, what do you want from this relationship with me? That's what y'all got to be clear about. All right, look at that. Look at what was because I drew it from the top. Look at what was right after the Emperor. Just missed it. So yeah, here we have the Ace of Wands at the bottom of the deck. So I think it's going to be a struggle to make sure you keep this new spark of energy going forward. I think, or maybe perhaps get used to the fact that, that newness spark, isn't always there. There was this idea of like newness being the thing that keeps you attracted to it. But it's like with the relationship, it's like the newness is bound to wear off, and you got to learn to stick through it even after, even after the polish dulls, so yeah, there you go, NC. So can you trust him? Yeah, his intentions, I think he wants to yes, is get back in a relationship with you and want to be in a relationship with you and be loyal with you, but you got to be careful of the dominating, controlling aspect there, with the Emperor and the Two of Wands. There you go. He makes me nervous. Right there. Right there. That's right there. Right there. That's it right there. Makes you nervous? Why are you going to mess around, So there you go. So yeah, Hot Girl Vic, right now I'm not doing any free readings. I'm only doing either through PayPal or through Super Chat. So yeah, if you would like a reading, you can donate to my PayPal, whatever you're comfortable with. So yeah, but today I'm not doing the guess the numbers game. I'm just doing chat, and whoever donates and pays, gets a reading. So yeah, let's see. Oh girl, oh no. He needs to get on his back on his Sagittarius ways and move on. No, thank you. Well, I mean, unless you stopped. But I mean, like sometimes, sometimes you just need sometimes you just need a fuck boy, So yeah, let's see. Let's go back up here. I missed quite a bit because I was like, oh, when you get all right, okay, yeah, talking about that. Dorian, yes, the metaphor, okay. Yeah, Jamie says that I used her for personal trauma work, more insightful and cheaper than than my therapist, honestly. And that's the unfortunate part, the part that you can't afford a therapist. It's like that, we need to work on that. We need to pass some legislation, start making it more affordable. Hello, Angela Gilliard. Who else is there? But yeah, there we go. Refusing to grow as a person causes decay, horribly so. So his aging is a metaphor for me as well. Yeah, it's like the aging definitely plays a role there, and that's the dangers of immortality. That's what makes our mortal lives. That's what makes it valuable, I guess. It's more about the right. It's more about the bad rather than. That's what I was gonna say. Like he does some pretty fucked up shit, right? Not just because he's like becoming immortal and not growing old, right? The painting becomes rotten and ugly whilst he becomes more cold and detached from others. There you go. He becomes more like, I think, like sociopathic, I believe. That could be the incorrect term. Like I said, I'm not a psychologist. I don't know. I'm not a psychologist. Self-empowerment and taking responsibility for your life is not one of the goals of psychotherapy. Tara was honest, isn't it? It doesn't support victim mentality either. Aren't those goals therapy? I'm gonna have to disagree that, again, we're putting that, we're projecting and reflecting that onto the cards. So it's like, again, if you're reading for yourself, it will support that victim mentality. But if someone else is reading for you, obviously, then yeah. But it's more. But I would have to say, right? I'm not an expert on this. Someone talk to me on this. I think again, nobody here. Her blog post on it, talking about it and why it's so. Yeah, but for sure, yes, self-empowerment, taking responsibility for your life, that is a part of psychotherapy as well, and it's a part of tarot as well, but there is more to one and the other than they are together. You know what I mean? There's a difference. Let's see. I think it will be worse than a shoe addiction for me. Wait, which one? What? So yeah, oh my gosh. And Gaviota, I was like, I saw your I was looking for something and I saw your icon. I was like, oh, I wonder what Gaviota Cosmica is doing. I wonder how she's doing. And well, well. So again, I'm sorry to hear that. Lo siento. So yeah, especially with your son, I hope you two get better sooner rather than later. Yeah, there we go. Self-help it does not equal psychotherapy. Yeah. It's like one little gear in psychotherapy. That's the point of psychotherapy. You can't help yourself. So you go to psychotherapy to get help from an expert that studied this stuff and looked into it and said like, oh, this is how we got to do it. So yeah, it exactly. It's like it can, but it's like there's more to it. There's more to it. Again, but I think those people that are therapists and who do read tarot as well would not say that a tarot is a perfect exact replacement for a therapist or a psychologist. So let's see. Well, no, wait. There's a psychoanalyst. That's what I'm like trying to like. There's psychiatrists, there's psychologists, there's psychoanalysts. There's I'm like wait, because I think a lot of people like to try to tend to confuse different things. I believe Jules, mystic books, mystical girl. I can't remember her name. I can't remember her YouTube name, but she has a book. She has a video or a few videos on Jung, on book recommendations on Jung, and she explains like here's the difference between psychologist and what Jung is and what so a lot of people try to there's a lot of like disconnect and miscommunication there in that and the confusion with that, I think. So yeah, there you go, right there. Read that. So yeah. Right, I'm like, what? Here's the thing. When we're talking about this, we gotta know what the terms that we're using. So it's like, again, tarot as it can be used for mental health to a degree, yes, but it is not a perfect replacement tool for serious health issues. You know what I mean? Let's see. So there we go. I hope I didn't get, okay, yeah. Esoteric Mystic and Books. There you go. That's her channel right there. She has a video on Jung book recommendations. Go look it up there. So there you go. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Psychologist is not equal psychotherapist. Does not equal. Yeah, they're not. They make the only thing they have in common is like brain stuff, but even then we're all oh yeah, Fyodor Pavlov's art, it can get really spicy. Mm, exactly. And you have to know that like sometimes it's like what are you projecting as readers, what are we projecting? Because we have to realize, there is no regulation for tarot readers. We're a very unregulated practice here, you know? Uh, exactly. Because therapy is not a one-time thing. Nope, it is not. Ah, there it is. Yes, that's the link there. And what is the working scale? Yeah, it's not. Yeah, it's like it's like a diet. They say it's like diet and exercise, though not as we think it. Because here's the thing. Here's the truth about losing weight that I think a lot of people tend to forget is that it is a lifestyle change. So really the thing about I'm going to lose this weight, it's okay, but you're forgetting to the idea of how are you going to keep it off. It's like, let me tell you, it's a whole like, that's why, that show The Biggest Loser doesn't work, because you'd have to essentially, for those people to keep that weight off, they'd have to do that show. They'd have to live that show the rest of their lives, essentially. Maybe like tone it back down a little bit, but still, they would have to live that way for the rest of their lives. And the average normal day-to-day person does not live that way. Can't fit that into their schedule. So yeah. Are you a Scorpio? Yes, but guess in what? Because it's not Sun. And again, if you have a question for me, just tag me at the Tiger's Abyss right here. Make sure you have that apostrophe in there. So yeah. Let's see. Jung is an awesome reading. From what little I've gathered, I'm like, I want to read it. and it's like a lot of tarot stuff references this stuff, you know. Um, no, not moon. I was born at night, and I do find that I connect with my moon quite a bit. But then other times I'm like, yeah, but I'm pretty much like my sun. So yeah. Uh, the Phantom Tarot. Is that one? Is that the one with the hologram with the digital stuff, or is that a different one? Yes, Rising. Scorpio Rising. That's a movie, right? Is that by Scorpio Rising? That's a movie by um is that by Jodorowsky? Scorpio Rising, right? No, Lucifer Rising. No, there is a Scorpio Rising, I believe. It's not by Jodorowsky. It's some other film person. Someone in the chat's gonna know, is gonna be like, it's this person. I'm gonna be like, yes. Yeah, it's how the world sees me. It's like it's a weird thing. Yeah. Anyways. So Scream Scorpio. I find that because I say Scream Scorpio because, like I said, I went to Revelations, you know, and my mom would always, even like a little late after, she'd say, you'd have to read the whole Bible before you read Revelations. And I'm like, and there I go. I'm like, anyways, he made it. Okay, Jesus died. Here's what happened. Okay. You have to work with them quite a while to oil the engines. Find the right one is finding the right one is, yeah. I'm like, maybe that's why I don't want it. I don't want to go. That's probably what it is. Why I don't pull the trigger and go full on finding a therapist or, you know, a counselor of some sort. I don't know. Counselor? No, counselor's different too. So yeah. I read deeply into things. Surprising. Well, yeah, but like I always like try to be like a realist and try to bring things back down to earth, you know? I try to have a practical thing, and I think that's where my moon comes in. Relic, as I said before, loved that movie. What else? What else? There's got to be another one. Oh, I saw Saint Maud. That right there. Let me tell you, it is like Christian, like it's essentially she's like a Christian uh fanatic. She's not mentally well. But let me tell y'all, some of y'all tarot readers give me strong Saint Maud vibes, all right? Just without the Christian stuff. Yeah, Lucifer Rising. That's yeah. I'm not sure. Where did I watch it? I'm not sure where I watched it. No, Maud, Maud. Let me write it out here. There we go. So yeah. Oh, there you go. Yeah. Let's see. Okay, describe me with. Okay, and see. Let's see. I'm gonna use the Marielle. Yes, like that, Saint Maud. Yeah, it is a horror. It is. It's. But I will say, like the. But the acting is really good. I will say that because there's like a sick woman in there, and she is like the actress. Oh man, I need to find out who that actress is and like see her other work because she did such a good job. Suspiria, the remake with Tilda Swinton, that's another good one. But also the original is also good. But I think they're too different. But I like the new Suspiria. That's a good remake. That is how you do a remake for a movie that really didn't need to be remade. But still, you know. Thank you, Annika. Thank you for that. Honestly, any A24 horror, perfect, really. Let's see and see. Let's see your personality with the Marielle Tarot. If you want a depressing horror, I recommend The Road. Well, it's depressing, but towards the end, there's a little bit of hope. I will say that. But it's, yeah. Surprising. Well, I don't know. I don't know. This is another thing I want to talk about. I'll talk about it right now. Speaking of how I read with the Marielle. Let's see here. Describe personality with cards here. Guarded. Okay. But yet, interesting. Guarded, but you use your emotions as said guard, you know? You overburden yourself, you know, like you drive yourself till there's nothing left in the tank, I would have to say. So yeah, so you have the Five of Swords here, very vigilant, very defensive, very guarded, but you care, you know, and that's why you're defensive and you're guarded here. A mother, perhaps? Are you a mother, NC? Let's see. Eight of Swords, like I said. There's, you know, that fenced offness. But I mean, everybody has their boundaries. So again, boundaries seem to be of a strong importance to you, you know? But it's like, you see the gate doesn't really have a lock here. So it's like, how useful are these boundaries? How well instilled are those boundaries? Poker face. Yeah, because it's like here, the King of Cups, he floats on the surface of the water. And again, emotions are expressed in a very intriguing way, I have to say. So yeah, and you also have, I also pulled the Four of Wands. So again, this is where I was like very passionate, good drive, yeah. And at the bottom of the deck, something that's very deep within, you may be neglecting, this may be shadow, the Crone, death, morta. So again, Dorian Gray, oui, there he is. That's Dorian Gray. Actually, honestly, okay, but like, look at that. Like, if the movie was just about aging, it would be this. It'd show like this, you know, his painting becoming like this, and slowly you'd find beauty in this like creepy depiction, you know, because look at her. She ain't got no eyes, you know. But again, here it's about that that interchange and what's changing and dying and moving on and moving away, and what's transforming. This to get into my situation here with the Marielle. When I first started, it's because, and this is where I think, like, after I do this next tarot series, when it's uploaded and done, you know, I expect, and I suspect that the how I read tarot is going to change, because it for sure, like, established, doing the Marielle video series established how I read the tarot and how I read the Marielle, and how I broke down those symbols and how I read it symbolically and mythologically, and you know, that's how I did it, you know, on my own. Kind of on my own. I also had the help of Adele Nozadar and the Marielle guidebook. But yeah, and there was still a ton that I was like left in the dark with this deck, and slowly more and more as I studied other stuff that I come to realize certain things about this deck over the years. But anyways, that's that on that. And see, that's your personality right there. Well, pretty, like, I'm like, girl, everybody got this type of personality, really. But again, the death aging thing, is that a concern? I think it is a concern for everyone, though. I actually don't have anything on Virgo. Virgo is the only sign that, you know, doesn't have anything. Well, one of the only signs. So yeah, the old or the new or both, because I liked both. I liked both. The dancing in the new one and the new one really was more horrific. uh oh yeah, there we go. You thought that was anticlimactic? I'm like, women were literally exploding into blood. Like, how was that not? How was that anticlimactic? Because really, in the end, there is an undertone of, because it's like set in Berlin, that when the Berlin Wall was still set up and all that, and so yeah. uh, The old one was amazing. It really was. I remember watching that on TV. I think I was like in middle school, I think, or maybe high school, like just like maybe a freshman, maybe in high school. I could be wrong. And I remember watching it, and I was like, this is fucking crazy. And like the visuals and all that. I was like, this is a good horror movie. I knew taste even back then. Just kidding. But I'm like, no, the finale I think was actually pretty good. I think in Suspiria. So yeah. Because the new one, I'm like, girl. Well, okay, so it's the cardstock of Themaria. Oh yeah. Very disappointed. Really? You were disappointed about I was not. I was not. So yeah, this I'm not 100% pleased with. This cardstock. What I wish they do, I think I have it here. I should have it here. This is their most recent deck that they did. This is Siliconway's Byzantine Tarot. Yes, this is it. And this is by Red Feather. And they went, and this cardstock is what they should be doing. This is what they should stick with. This is what should be their mat, and not this. Because look at this right here. This is mat. This is what I consider mat, and this is what I consider usable and shuffleable and good. So I would like them. The last one, Schiffer, last one, Red Feather. Reprint this in this, but yeah. Yeah, but it's not glossy, if that's what you care. But this is still not. This is it's better, and I'm fine with the glossy actually. But this, it's not good either. I want this, which this is actually a really good deck as well, the Byzantine. I should do a walkthrough of this one. So yeah. Okay. So yeah, I get the exposition like that right there, but I think that is because it's that old man, and his entire life was essentially like it's. I think it shows it's something about reconnecting a disconnect. I think that's what that was about. Because it's like she knew she was different even so young, and she knew she needed to go to where she needed to go to, but yet she didn't understand why. And for him, for the old man, when she's explaining the the stuff to him, she's giving him closure. She's giving him closure. That's what she's doing, and essentially giving us closure, I guess. But in the end, it's like that plot line, was it really needed though? I will say that is it. But I mean, hey, Tilda Swinton did a great job playing that old man. Huh? Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Last one. How is he feeling about my silence? Interesting. That's the thing. I don't hate glossy, but I know a lot of people don't like glossy, so I take that into account. But I'm like, girl, y'all complaining about glossy cardstock. If I ever make a deck, I'm going to make sure it's going to have the glossiest cardstock on there. Just to piss everyone off. I'd be like, then you guys can handle it, and you guys aren't ready to work with it if you guys can't even handle glossy cardstock. And that's that on that. I'm silent until he shows me he's not a doofus. But I mean, if I don't know, I guess. But I mean, okay, here's the T and C. I'm gonna, well, it depends on. Oh, who is this about? Is this about that Sagittarius, right? Was it you with the Sagittarius? I'm like scrolling back up. Yeah, Sagittarius. Is this the Sagittarius? Girl. But I will say, I'm like, okay, I don't care if it's glossy. I don't care if it's matte. I just want to make sure the art is protected. I'm looking at you, Tabula Mundi. Your art's fading away. Honey, what's wrong? Like, this shouldn't be happening. You should have matte protection on this. Oh, itchy. It's like my fan is on. It's because I have this light on. My computer's right here. Girl, I might need to plug in the small computer, the small fan here, but I don't want the noise. But if I need to, I will. I'm beyond that. I don't even like plastic. Girl. Yes, girl, you'll be surprised who Tilda plays. Let me tell you, she plays more than one character. Okay, let's see and see. How is he feeling about my silence? There was a really, really, really good article on giving people the silent treatment. I need to find it again and talk about it, because in the end, the silent treatment does not help. And it does not fix the situation, and actually causes trauma. But I think in this case, it's a different type of silent treatment, but still, I think it applies. But look at that. We have the 10 of Cups again. Something about him with that. Wait a second. Did you say something about Pisces? Yeah, Pisces moon, Libra sun. But again, 10 of Cups, Mars and Pisces, honey. This is a hard to get to. Wait, what? LOL, this is a hard to get silent treatment. Oh, hard to get silent treatment. Either way, it's, again, silent treatment causes trauma from, again, it was just an article I read, but I read it, I'm like, oh, let me tell you, this is, well, no, I'll save it for my Patreon. 10 of Wands, though. 10 of Cups and 10 of Wands. It's like, okay, he cares about you, but it's like, why are you making him feel this way in this way, you know? So it's like, again. And the 8 of Cups. Yeah, okay, yeah, if that's a way to show, and yeah, to show what the silent treatment looks like. Is this what you wanted, NC? So yeah, I'm going to find that. I highly recommend you all read it. I want your thoughts on this, because I read this and I was like, wait a minute. Let me see here. Is this it? Is this it? No, that's not it. Where was it? Is this it? Yes, this is it. What you're saying when you give someone the silent treatment. Social ostracism has been a common punishment for millennia, but freezing someone out harms both the victim and the perpetrator. There we go. Hush, Atlantic. Here we go. Let me share this. Y'all should give this a read. Everyone, anyone. And this was a great read. I like how before you focus on Sagittarius coming back when I was fixated on, can I trust him? Right. Oh, and also 4 of coins at the bottom of the deck. So it seems that it's like he's holding on to things. It seems that this is now just, instead of him letting go, he's going to clutch onto harder onto this, whatever it is. There you go. Real quickly interjecting that. But he gave me the silent treatment for a year. Was he, or did he just like not talk to you? So you guys weren't dating. How does that work? It's like, how does that work? He gave me the silent treatment for a year. So like, oh, nope, don't want that. Oh my gosh, almost blocked you. And see, I'm so sorry. So yeah, but you see, it's like, but here, it doesn't fix anything. You see, girl, and see, and girl, you need to let him go. You need to let him go. Do like the 8 of Cups. You've invested a lot in this. You've invested enough into this. How about that? How about that? No, girl. No. So yeah, that right there wasn't necessarily the silent treatment. That was him. That's weird. Yeah, what would that be called? A break? Yeah, I guess silent treatment would be the right term. Someone help me out here. Look at that. I've already been on for an hour. Should I go like super long on this and like be live forever? And be live for like 8 hours like Y was? Yeah, well, there it is. You see, we're helping you. We're helping you think about this. This is why I only date Scorpios. Well, that. Oh, and oh. But yeah, right there. So if this is how, when the going gets tough, that this is how he reacts. I mean, again, it's like a relationship is always going to come with its conflicts, so it's like, all right, so when another conflict happens, are you going to want to go through this all over again? Oh my god. All right, Aaron. It's like, you know what I mean? So are you giving him the silent treatment, or are you, because you told him, it's like, I'll think about it. That right there is saying, let me not talk to you for a little while I mull this over and I come back to you and I'll give you my answer. So yeah. No, I don't. It annoys me. Well, I know what you're referencing. Hey, Aaron. It's like, my name's Aaron. What was that? What was the other one? There's like all the names, like normal sounding names, yet he mispronounces them. Like on purpose. Well, I'm not sure about. So there you go. Whew. Look at that. On for another hour. Almost hour and 20 minutes. How does he pronounce Blake? Like Balake or something like that? I can't remember. I'm like, that's a good video. Did they start? No, they had their own. They had their skits on something else, right? Like on TV, I think. But it's nice to see how they went from that to now directing iconic horror films. Hello, isn't that funny? And but I can see you can see how one succeeded and the other not so much. But they're both really good comedians. Jordan Peele, Key and Peele, yeah. What's the other guy's name? Keenan something, right? I can't remember. Someone tell me. Someone in the chat tell me. Yeah, there goes Jordan Peele. What's the next Jordan Peele movie? Denise. It's Denise. Do you want attention? Let me see here. Do I need to check my phone? Did I get? I hope I didn't. I hope I didn't get any PayPals. Usually it seems everyone's doing super chat. I hope. Let's see. No. Okay, good. Okay. Sorry, I'm just like scrolling through my phone and checking my phone. That's really bad streaming etiquette right there. So yeah, is it just me and you, NC, and like 7 lurkers now? That we were having, there was quite a few activity. Now it's gone. Was it because I said that when I make my deck, I'm gonna put glossy cardstock on it? Was that why? I think that's why. I'm sorry. I'll never do it again. I'm like, okay, I'll make it in matte cardstock, all right? I don't know, creepy man where? Or is it me? Was that the TV or was there an actual car out there? I think it was the TV. I heard it from over here. So yeah, I guess it's just you and me, NC. We're not creepy. I hope not. I'm like, right? I'm like, why? What? All lurkers. This is weird. This is what happens when y'all lurk. They're looking to see what if I say something messy. Should I say something messy? What should I say? Come on, someone throw out a question out there. Try and get messy. You know, I'm just kidding. No, be careful what you ask for, Zach. No, I take it back. I'm joking. I don't want to stir up mess again. Oh, well, I'm not sure how to hype this up. Right? Yeah, it's all your exes. What, the 2 of them? I'm like, then who are the 8 other people? If it's 10 people here, it's you. So who are the 7 other people that aren't my exes? Right? No, 6. Technically 6, but let's be real. I don't. Yeah, no, really, honestly, no. Looking back, there's only one that I would consider a real relationship compared to the other ones, like a serious relationship in a way. And it was so only really one ex, really. Now we're just getting into my life. Spill some tea. I don't really have that much tea to spill. Speaking of which, I should get a cup of tea because recently my throat has been really dry. Not my throat, but like my palate. You know, the oh, it's in the back of the throat. It's like the where the uvula is. It's around that area. Feels really dry. But I guess not. No. I guess I want to be self-destructive. Maybe I wanted to like gruffen up my voice. You know? Because a part of me is like, I don't like my voice, but I think it's a thing for guys like me. You know, to not like the sound of their voice. you know? You know, what other guys that are, don't like their voice, the sound of their voice. It's the thing. And people always say, "Oh my god, yeah." There was like a while, groups of people would come on and be like, "Oh my god, we love your voice," and I'd be like, like, I don't get it. Okay, let's see. In the last reading, let me see here. What deck should I use? What deck should I use? Hello, Stella O, or Stella O? Stella O. It's still in bed, 12:41 p.m. Sunday here. Can't open my eyes listening to you shuffle. So tired. Meh. Wait, it's 12. So it's 12 p.m. It's the middle of the day. It's the middle of the day, and you're not fully rested. It seems like you and Shane have something in common. Yeah, I'm a liar. But thank you for all the donations, though. Thank you. I mean, should I make myself a cappuccino? Should Aaron92 make himself a cappuccino? I don't know. That's up to you. Cappuccino sounds like a lot of work. For me, I just make myself a cup of coffee, instant coffee. It's my treat to myself for finishing. Oh, congrats, NC. Good for you. Okay. Who is coming into my love life? It doesn't suck. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Okay. Okay, here we go. Okay, give me a second here. Oh man, I feel like there's just a warmth over my body, and I don't like that feeling. I like coldness. I like the coolness. Okay, there we go. Okay, so you have the Hero of Swords. Look at that. How romantic. He left you flowers. Aww. He's off to battle, though. He's leaving. He's moving on to battle. And he's saying, you know what? Goodbye. And you know what? If this is the Hero of Swords, if this is to be like maybe a reference to maybe silent treatment, Sag over here, then maybe it's like, okay, someone needs to leave, say your goodbyes and move on from there before you can, say get on from that. Nine of Wands here. Are you really prepared for another relationship? Are you ready to move on? Because from these past readings, honey, it seems to me that you're not. And see, are you ready to move on? Here we have the Devotee of Wands. Okay, so what is this devotion here? What are you devoted to? What is the sacred fire that you're tending to? Is that fire yourself? Or is the fire going to be this other person? Because again, I think it should be you yourself should be taking care of that fire and not letting other people manage and handle that, I know I am. It's like, ooh. By the way, Majestic Earth is now available on her site. You can go buy a copy. There's like factory seconds that are available. So yeah, there you go. Devoted. There's that money is your fuel to drive your passion to keep you driving. There you go. Bottom of the deck, you have the Six of Cups. So it seems that there is this issue of being in a little bit of a la la land type of thing, off into the fantasy daydreaming type of situation here, It seems that, how can other people approach you if you are too focused on other things, And it's like, you know what? If you're going to be devoted to your money, getting that coin, then then that means, you gotta see like what your priorities are, and say, okay, money and establishing myself financially before I get a love life. Sometimes you can't do both. Sometimes you can't do two things at once. You can only do so much. One at a time. So yeah. So there you go, NC. Yeah, but Tarot of Delphi showing off. I'm just using it. Like I said, I'm very happy that I was able to that I was even able to oh, sorry for the yawn. That I was even able to, read with it, because of how much money I paid for it. Ooh, I still cringe at it. And I'm like, you know what? No. My first reaction is to cringe at it, but then my second reaction is, big fat Greek. Hello, Aniel, right? Reed, hello. But it's like, now that I've worked with it, and now that I have, and I actually can read with it, and I like having it, and I like reading with it, and I like to work with it, and I like using it for spreads and all that, and doing readings and all that jazz. I think it was worth it. I think it was worth it. Every dollar, every single dollar. So it's like, and so it really taught me that, and Dust to Onyx taught me about, like, okay, tarot is more than just the number. The tarot's value is more than just the number of cards that you're getting. If it's over $70, just because it's 78 cards doesn't mean you have to charge under 78 for it. You know what I mean? What's that? Beyond Lemuria deck. It's gorgeous. What's that? Let's see. Lemuria. That sounds familiar. I've heard of it before. I don't know what I need. I need another tab then. I need another tab. This better be good. What is this, an oracle or what? Beyond Lemuria. Let me see. Beyond Lemuria oracle cards. Oh, this one. It's okay. Images. Give me pictures. Give me images. Not bad. Typical New Age oracle cards. Very blue. Not the worst. Not the worst thing I've seen. Aesthetically gorgeous. But would I work with it? No. I have my standards. You look like a pretty Jesus painting. Aw. Now, I will say, whoever's the artist for that deck, good job. Good job. I'm like, I could never draw that, Magic and Mediums Oracle. Let me see. Ooh, should I do my like shitty RuPaul's Judgment phrasing isms, whatever? What is this? What is this oracle card called again? Magic and Mediums Oracle. Let me judge this. I don't know why I don't just copy paste. Oracle. Let me see this. What is this? Can I get it reminds me of the New Chapter Tarot. Can I see who the artist is? It does not say. But the art looks like let me see here. Does it say here? Be introduced to the magic wheel. Tool for inside magic. Let's see. The Magic and Mediums Oracle is your path to real magic with a K. Oh, look at here we go. Anielle Reed is a psychic medium passionate about inspiring magic and demystifying the occult. I mean, that's an interesting thing to say. Demystifying the occult. I have my standards. I need a tarot card snob. I'm not necessarily okay. When I hear card snob, well, I mean, Rid D, I do have general readings on my Patreon. So if you want to subscribe and support me through there, you can support this channel and you get your general monthly reading or weekly reading and daily one card pulls all on my Patreon. So there you go. But here I'm not doing free readings right now. Right now, at least, you know. I'll see when when I'll schedule in free readings specifically. Klimt Tarot, I love the Klimt Tarot, but I don't use it. It was a gift from I have 2 copies. One was a gift from my mother on my birthday, and then another one was a gift from my tarot godmother for something else. I don't know when, but she gifted it to me. I'm like, oh, I already have this, but thanks. So yeah. Oh, the Klimt is your favorite. Oh, good. I will say the depictions on there is really good, and it really does a good job on the depictions of Klimt's art, but also a nice take on the tarot itself. You know, so I feel like Los Carabeos sometimes like has a weird take on has a weird take on the tarot. You know, sometimes. So yeah. But also the creator that made the Klimt Tarot worked with this other tarot creator and just did a Kickstarter for this Marseille Tarot that is essentially an illustrated Marseille Tarot, but it's not like Rider-Waite-Smith, which I'm like, oh, how hard was that? And so I really like that. So yeah. I mostly go to Los Carabeos for like old reproductions, you know, of decks that I can use. So like, you know, ancient reproductions that I feel comfortable using and not, you know, and not spending a lot of money for a facsimile of a deck or something, you know, because some of them I'm like, okay, these are nice, I like them, but it's too much, you know. So yeah. Do you have a patch deck? What is that? Let's see. The Black Tarot. Which one's that one? Do you mean there's a lot of Black Tarots out there? The True Black Tarot? I have that, and I don't use it. But I appreciate the work that was put into it. But then there's another Black Tarot that's by the creators of, oh my god, they have like a few other decks. Yeah, Magic and Mediums Oracle. I don't like that name. Right? It's like, okay, there's a reason why. Okay, I need to like look into what is like magic with the CK, magic with the K. Yeah. So yeah. Let's see. But yeah, it's like, so what is it that you don't like about it? The Black Tarot is a gorgeous deck, though. I want to say I know what it looks like. It's like obviously it has a black back and like black borders, but it's like the art is mostly black with like I'll have to let me see. Let me find it. Let me find it and link it. Let me see. Not the True Black. Let me see. I think it's this one. It's on Etsy. Yeah, this is the one that I'm thinking of. Let me see if I can do this. If StreamYard would let me. It's like the Deviant Tarot, but the quality is shitty. Oh god, look at that long comment. Oh my god, why did it post so many? Oh, no, no, no. I am so sorry. No, no, no. Stupid Etsy. How come? Why can't I delete that? Whatever. Okay, StreamYard, don't let me delete my comments. You mean the Deviant Moon, or is there a Deviant Tarot? Let me look for another another link for this, because I know you can get this somewhere else. No, that's True Black. Damn it. Here we go. I think this is it. Yes, these. This is much better. So sorry for that. This one right here. It's like, it's not that I'm like a traditionalist, and it's not that I'm like traditional only. No, I'm actually no. I will say no, because if I was that way, I would only have Marseille, and I would be like, what? Because again, when I hear the people that are like Marseille enthusiasts, they like, it's like it's like all the other tarot decks are trash. And I'm like, you know what? Yeah, it's true. There's a lot of trash out there, but yeah. You see, I just don't. I just don't get the Deviant Moon. I think it's just, yeah. Yeah, there we go. That's the black tarot. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I've seen it. I want it. Maybe it's like it's cool looking, but it's not enough for me to pull the trigger on it. You know, because it's like, honey, here's what I'm getting at. When you have decks like this, you know. You know, and you have decks like this, you know. And this. Yeah, or like, let me see what else. There was another one. Oh, of course. Like this. And you're putting out your deck, and not to discredit the hard work that people put into their decks. It's just that when I have decks like these, and it's like I've been spoiled, you know. It's like the bar is a little high for me, you know. I can't buy every deck under the sun, but I am gonna buy the interesting looking decks under the sun. You know what I mean? Look at that. You know, unlike art with tarot, even if you like the art, at times it just does not work as tarot. Absolutely. Absolutely. This is why, yes, this deck, this is all like public domain art. Well, mostly public domain, I believe. And this was not drawn by the creator of this deck. These were paintings done by the Pre-Raphaelites and the neoclassic Victorian, like something, I don't know, Victorian artists, I believe. I can't remember. Let me read it here. I have the box here somewhere. Pre-Raphaelite symbolist, aesthetic, academic, and neoclassical art from the Victorian and Edwardian era. So again, this is the creator of this deck curated all these pieces and specifically said this image for the Nine of Cups is what I want it for. You know, there are, you know, this painting for the hanged one, the hanged man. You know, this one for the Four of Swords. You could literally find any picture of someone sleeping, you know, and use that for the Four of Swords. But she meticulously made sure to pick certain ones that she wanted, you know? The Black Tarot looks promising at first, but then meh. Yeah, human depictions always failed me for some reason. Oculi Occultati is the only one of a few that I really like with the humans on it. I don't like the Oculi Occultati. I'm like, okay, Scarlet Imprint has all these super occult books and all these, like, you know, esoteric occult books, and they put that out? I don't know. Questions. There's, you know who I would like to see make a tarot deck, but based on their own thing. I don't want a Rider-Waite-Smith deck from him. I want his own take on the 78 cards in his own way and depicted in his own way. What's his name? Jose Gabriel Sabogal, I believe that's Alegría Sabogal. I believe that's his full name. He has a really long name. He has really good, really cool art. So yeah, I see the Tarot of Delphi is great, not for the art. Yeah, exactly. The art is already, like, it's already beautiful. It's like, okay, yeah, that's a given. That's not so you really can't, you know, praise the deck itself for how beautiful it is, because it's already, like, the work's already been done for that. It's nice for the ability of how she's able to pick the images brilliantly, you know. She doesn't pick the images just because they look like a certain card. She picks the images because of the meaning behind the painting that matches up with the meaning of the card. And that's how it works, you know? I will send you Frater Acker, I believe that's his name. The author, he works a lot with it. Here, let me see. He did Holy Diamond, and he recently came out with a book. I think this is it. Let me see here. This is his website, I think. Yeah, this opening page here, this is Sabogal's artwork. Right? Let me see. Let me go to his blog. Home blog, essays, books. Yeah, Rosicrucian Magic. I believe, if I can see it. No. I think books. Clavis Goetica. I believe that's how you pronounce that. Hadean Press Shop. Here it is. Let me send this. This book, the cover, that skull drawing, that is his art. No, not an oracle. I mean the tarot, like, it has the structure, it has the 4 suits and the 22 major arcana. But I want the minor arcana not to be Rider-Waite-Smith depictions, you know? But I also don't want them. But I also don't want them with just the pips, you know, on them. You know, I would like to see him take on something like this. You know, I just want another Marielle. I just want someone to do a Marielle, you know, go back to just the number and the element and express a depiction of that in their own way, shape, or form. Or even go even further, if you want to stick with the Golden Dawn, go with the, you know, Sephira and the element, and go with the astrological associations as well. So like again, 10 of Cups, that's Malkuth with water and with Mars and with Pisces intermixed into one, showing that card as it is, you know? So how would you depict that in your own way, you know, as a scene or with, you know, different symbols and different, you know, and people doing different things and acting in different ways, acting out a certain scene. But why I don't like the Oculi Oculta, it's not, doesn't do much. It's beautifully drawn, like I said, but doesn't do much for me. Like I said, for such a prestigious publication, that deck really does look like it could have just come from US Games or Llewellyn. Not to no tea, no shade, no pink lemonade to them, you know. I'm just saying it's like I've seen it before, you know, and for, you know, Scarlet Imprint being, you know, a publisher along with like Anathema Publishing and all those other ones, Hadean Press that I just linked right now, all being of like the occult, not so well-known things. Why would you depict the cards in that way? You know what I mean? Why would you commission, you know, like hell, even Blood Moon, just to say, you know, just to throw that one out there. Although it is Rider-Waite-Smith, you can definitely tell it's Rider-Waite-Smith influenced. Like if you were to look at it at first, I'm pretty sure a beginner would look at it and not really assume that it's Rider-Waite-Smith, you know. But let me see, what is his name? Yes, Jose Gabriel Alegría Sabogal. There we go. I stand. But I think you can get this book on Barnes & Noble, I believe, for paperback. The hardcover sold out because I'm like, look at this hardcover. With the skull and the crown on there. I'm like, I want it. But I'm like, okay, fine, I'll just have it. But I should read Holy Diamond before I get anything else from him, you know? Fair enough. Oculi Occultati is close to the perfect deck for me. I feel the feel of the physical deck and the draw. You see, that's one thing that I kind of want it just for that. The publication, the production quality of it. I'm sure it would be really good seeing how even their paperbacks, I'm like, this feels different, but they're like hardcover leather bound books, really good. Just from what I've felt with Black Abbot, White Magic, Black. I can't remember. White Abbot, Black Magic. I can't remember how the name goes. Right, and see, I was reading it. I was like, oh, look at that. I'm like, this explains a lot. But yeah, the physical feel of it, I would like to try it for that. Yeah. Oh, and you're talking about the majors. Yeah, the majors, it's like, you know, yeah. So yeah, Jose Gabriel Alegría Sabogal. Yeah. Yeah, I follow him on Instagram. Let me find his Instagram. Let's see. Yeah, I'm going to go like this. Pinterest, Facebook, Anathema Publishing. I want your Instagram, sir. Whatever. I think I'll go here. Will this lead me to his Instagram? No, this just leads to Anathema Publishing's Instagram. Oh, I'm like looking at oh yeah, here is his. Let's see. I'm like trying to find out, but no, I guess. Let's see here. Oh, there we go. Copy. Paste. Let me see if I can find him. Find his Instagram through here. You see his Facebook again, but no Instagram. Let me look up. How about I type in? I just wanted it hand to me. There we go. Instagram. Is this him? Wait, does he not have an Instagram? Am I mistaken in thinking that he has an Instagram? Let me see here. He has a Facebook, I guess. Look at that. That his banner on Facebook, sickening. But I guess not. Let me close this too. And close that too, so I don't have so many tabs open. Yeah, there was an article that I read talking about giving the silent treatment and the trauma that it causes on both parties. I don't know where I shared it, if I shared it earlier. I should have. On The Atlantic. I just closed the tab. I was like, I can share it again. I don't know where I put it. I put it somewhere. Here it is. This one right here. Let me see if I can't copy it. I can't copy it, but there it is. That's the link. I don't know if you can type that out or copy it somehow or something. I don't know. But yeah, I read it. I was like, huh, interesting. Interesting, very interesting. So yeah, there's another artist from again, Anathema Publishing. Usually, like, they somehow find like really good artists for their work. But there's another one that he is working on a tarot deck. That he is actually working on a tarot deck. I'm not sure if he's gonna publish it. I hope he does. I wonder what Anathema Publishing would do for making a deck. You know, if they would go all out and make it really interesting. I need to find out his name. I don't know what his name is. Let me see. My Anathema Publishing books are over there. I don't want to get them. I don't want to go over there and get them. But yeah. So there we go. Let me just clear that out. So yeah, there we go. I don't know what else to talk about. I don't know what else to go on to share about, to talk about. I feel like I missed the question or something, but yeah. Wait, what does this? Did I miss something? Oh yeah. That would implies knowledge of tarot. Which one? Wait, where? For who? For which one? So yeah, here we go. Now it's the dead air of a live stream. This is where I would cut, and this is where I would edit this out. But I'm not. I shared it on my screen. It's from The Atlantic. Let me see if I can find it again. Get it for you. Wait, can I access my clipboard here? No. Wait, maybe I can. Nope, that's not what I want. Yeah, in the chat earlier, but I'm pretty sure if you're on YouTube, the chat probably let me see here if I can find it again. That's Healthline, medical, Wikipedia. Let me see if I can find, let me see here. View history, here we go. Where is it? I forget I can do this. Is this it? Yeah, the psychology of the scientific. Let me copy. Let's do it again. No, I think you should read it. I would like to hear what you think about it. So there you go. I just like to complain. I just love to come. I like to vocalize my discontent doing something. Yeah, yeah, that would imply knowledge on tarot. But again, unfortunately, it seems that the only knowledge on tarot is Rider-Waite-Smith, and that's it. And it's like there's more to it. There is more to it. I like how I'm just like a little talking head. No, there's more to it. There's more to it. Should I angle? No, I don't want to. I'm not doing free readings right now, just through Super Chat or through PayPal, whichever you prefer. So yeah. I will say the Thoth Tarot, yes, because the Thoth Tarot is like there isn't that many people tackling the Thoth system and wanting to look at the Thoth Tarot and reinterpret it in their own way artistically. There's only been like 2 other people that I can think of that really like went for Thoth and stuck with Thoth, and that's the New Era Elements. But that one I'm like, okay, maybe there's a reason why we don't do like illustrative images for the Thoth. But the only other one is Tabula Mundi right here. You know, Tabula Mundi and the Rosetta Tarot, Mel Meline. And Mel Meline is working on, well, she's made a majors only, and now she's working on a new deck, and that one's gonna be like, it's like essentially from what I gathered is that she's inspired by the Rider-Waite-Smith line art, more like Pixies line art, and using just the line art, but making a Thoth tarot. So yeah. Not really. Yes, I do, but it's like, you know what? Hey, I mean, I've been getting them $100 checks every now. Ooh, did you see me? I almost fell. But let me see. Let me see this. Aniela's challenging me. I think I know which one that is. The Uncommon Tarot, right? Is this the one that I'm thinking of? What is this? The Uncommon Tarot. Yeah, this is Rider-Waite-Smith. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. Yeah. Tower. Yep. Okay, I want Minor Arcana here. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. 8 of coins. This looks like a 9 of coins. 5 of swords. Okay. So what's the point of having her in the picture? You know? Queen of Wands. I love her though. I love her. And then the 7 of swords. Okay. Interesting how she's standing. Again, still Rider-Waite-Smith, giving me that sneaking around type of thing. Page of Cups, holding a cup, fish coming out of the cup, Rider-Waite-Smith. The 6 of coins. Okay. Yeah. Still giving the same idea of the Rider-Waite-Smith 6 of coins, but instead of scales, it's breastfeeding. Yeah. Love it. But still Rider-Waite-Smith. So Uncommon Tarot, still pretty common. Yep, there you go. Tarot Oracle has a walkthrough of it. I don't know who else. I think it's by Red Wheel Weiser, I believe, published that. So yeah, they also did the Alchemical Visions. Alchemical Visions does it. Oh, Draxiodos Tarot. That one is doing Thoth as well. So yeah, again, come on, my eyes are craving for beauty. Yeah, Shaheen Miro, yeah. Let's see. I kind of want to like the Thoth, or Thoth, but I don't know what my block is. The funny thing, I seem to like Thoth-inspired decks. I plan to try tackling it later this year. I want to learn reading pips too. It's well, I mean, that sounds like a personal problem. problem, because I can see why people are averse to the Thoth. But then after, like, I just read Duquette's book, and I was like, okay, I get it now. But he's still racist, not Duquette, Crowley. Well, not like there's tea. Well, not really. To talk. Yeah. I'm surprised you haven't. I thought it would be something you liked. Yeah, and there's also an interview. Wait, no, not an interview. No. I want to say interview because Greg Traw, I believe that's how you pronounce his name, was on the live stream where Y was doing a flip through or showing the cards on the deck, and he showed how to pronounce Draxiodos correctly. So I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Yeah, let me show it. Is it upside down? Yes, it is. I had it upside down. Look at it by my face. Look at how big it is. Here's a Rider-Waite. Here's a Rider-Waite Smith. Look at that. This is the box. And let me tell you, this isn't a book in here. It's just all cards. It's all cards. Oh, yeah, you entered your meh tarot phase. Yeah. I will say this is one of the few collage decks that really just get it. Not because it's so, but it's, it's, yeah. But again, this should be the dimensions, the size dimensions for the Waite Trinic tarot, right? Right? Because it is that long and big, tarot size, right? He was planning on making a mini version. That's just it. He was planning on making a mini version. But again, it's like, to fully appreciate it, you do need it in this size. Yes, Waite Trinic should be the size, right? And if not, Waite Trinic should just be a collection of prints, or just keep it as the book it is, Again, Waite, he did his own take on the major arcana, although still you can still see how they are still the traditional major arcanas. He saw, he depicted the major still as different things. Like he had the Hanged Man, I believe, with a king deep underwater and like a coral reef, I think, and there was like deep underwater with Noah's Ark on the floating on the surface of the water, and that was his hangman for the Waite Trinic, and then you had but then again, a majority of them are very minimalistic, very simple. And the Lovers was still pretty much similar to his Lovers in this one right here, in the Rider-Waite Smith. But what was interesting was the Kabbalistic, associations and changes that he made compared to the traditional Golden Dawn. So yeah. And he did fit. Well, was that the completed work, or did he plan on right? Because I read through the book, didn't really say too much on I wanted more from the book. Let me tell you, that book was not worth it, and he riddled with typo. But still, interesting read, and just to have the physical images in my presence was really good. So yeah. Does not ship overseas. Tragic. And it is such a limited run. He only did 500 of these. So yeah. Which I'm like, why not? I'm like, why not? Maybe there maybe shops that have it that will, maybe? I know, I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't know. I don't know. Though this would look interesting, you know. You go into a little shop and you see it sitting on on a table and you're like, "What's that?" You know? That's good marketing, you know, when the deck just like that, you know, sitting on there, you're like, "What is that?" And you want to reach for it and you want to look deeper into it. That's how you know you got a good, yeah. Uh, Hello, Raquel Nobre. I have like a slight idea as to what you're saying, like the madrugada, todos like a good morning, I guess. Yeah. Um, $87 for New Zealand and 44 New Zealand. Girl, no. Again, it's like, but I think that's the thing. That's like you, with the idea of paying for shipping, you are paying for shipping. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? But it is. But again, it's like, do you how much shipping do you pay for something that is in New Zealand to be delivered to you within the country for you, Annika? Uh, sorry, Raquel, I'm not doing free readings. Time for a nap. No, you stay up here and you're gonna. All right. Yeah, I should be. Yeah, I've already been on for 2 hours. I am. I'm feeling greasy. I'm feeling oily. I want to go to bed too. So I think we're gonna call it a night. Yeah, local shipping in New Zealand. You see, you see, but you're paying those $10 for it to be. You know, and I get it. You know, I know what you're saying. You know, but it's like, again, you're paying for something to be delivered to you over the Pacific Ocean. you know, you know. Anyways, so yeah, not doing free readings, uh, and unfortunately, I feel the language barrier wouldn't really help. You know, right? not to, not to, not to discriminate, but it's like, again, I want to explain the reading and hope that you understand what I'm saying in the reading properly. You know. You know, right? It's like it's still it's like it's like, do you put that? But it's like, do you put that money for a ton of decks so that the shipping is less? But it's like, again, like a taxi cab or like a it's like a taxi cab versus like taking a bus across the country. You know, right? Right? I'm sure the prices vary, but anyways, either way, still fucking expensive. Again, $44. You can buy two US games decks right there. Two mass markets right there, Like two of these, for the price of that shipping right there. So yeah, there we go. I think we're gonna call it a night there. I don't know who these lurkers are. I would like to know one day. One day I would like to know. Look at how big my hair is. Big, more like just uncombed. So yeah, thank you everyone for stopping by. Thank you for everyone that donated. Yeah, shipping is nuts. Yeah. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and support me on Patreon, for monthly, daily, and weekly readings on there. And eventually I'm going to be adding more extra little perks for different tiers, hopefully adding more tiers in that to help support me and my channel and my deck spending habits and all that. So yeah. What else? I don't know. Hopefully with this Patreon I can save up and get a really nice webcam, a nice camera, and set up something there. And so yeah, because I did post a month ahead reading for May just today on my Patreon. So yeah, if you want to check that out, sign up for my Patreon. What else? I don't know. Link in the description down below. And yeah, I think that's it. All right. I hope y'all enjoyed, and I will see you all tomorrow, right? Tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow. I think. I don't know. Maybe I'll take Sunday off, the day of rest. All right. Good night, everyone. Bye.